العالمين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good evening. I haven't been live for several days, okay. Have been focusing on writing classes, all right, bookings, whatnot. All right. So give me a minute to share this link to the channel so that more can benefit. All right. Okay. All right. So we have five eyes right now. Okay. Thank you for joining me during the session. Okay. Okay. Thank you for joining me for the session. So if you could tell me, okay, this evening, where are you joining the session from? Okay, just kindly tell me. All right. So I'm on my evening drive, picking up my daughter. All right. So okay, just I figured that I could perhaps do some sharing. All right, while I'm on my drive. So the drive is about 20 minutes. All right, to pick up my daughter. All right, from my workplace. Okay. All right. So who's with me today? Husna, hello. Hazika, Esther, Putrajaya, Husna. Oh, Husna, you're from Kajang, Husna. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Salam, Mira Lawa. Mira Lawa. Okay. Nur Iza. Okay. Selangor, Hazira. Putri Anis, Waalaikumsalam. Putri Anis Amira. Ifa Hanina. Maisara Aisyah. Waalaikumsalam. I'm doing great, Hazika. Alhamdulillah. Talha. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, you're joining from Pasir Putih, is it, Hazira? Now, there's a Putri in here. So my daughter is also named Putri, okay? Putri, and also her name is Putri Talha, okay? So ada Talha pun ada, Putri pun ada kat sini. Okay, so someone minta me and my husband asked for our guru lah to give the name to our daughter, so it's Putri Talha. Okay, so anyway, all right, so today I'd like to share about, so thank you for responding and commenting. All right, so I know that you are joining me and I'm not talking to myself. All right, so I'd like to share today about listening. Okay, so listening, I've been sharing about writing, I've been sharing about speaking, so I haven't shared much about the listening test. Now for listening MUET, okay, so I've been studying for the past months about the new format, all right, for listening. And you know what? I find that it is remarkable. It's really wonderful. So it's good news for those who will be sitting for the new format, all right. Yang mana dah settle format tu, tak apalah, dah settle lah. Okay. Yang mana belum settle lagi, yang gantian kat UPSI, yang menduduki the last CFR readiness in the old format, it's okay, you carry on with the old format. All right, to those who be sitting for the new format, okay, so you have this good news where listening this time around, of course, it's all MCQ. Okay, semua soalannya adalah A, B, C, D, A, B, C or D. Okay, A, B, C. So apa makna ni? Okay, what if it's A, B, C dan tak ada dah kena isi tempat kosong kan? So apa maksud dia? Okay, apa maksud dia? So Madam sangat menyokong, alright, langkah MPM dengan format baru ni for listening, because now, of course, since you don't have to focus on writing and on spelling, so now you can totally focus on listening. Now listening is, what is listening? Listening dia beza tau dengan hearing. Hearing bila kita hear noise, we hear a talk. When we are hearing a lecture, we're just hearing. We're not focusing on it. So listening, ladies and gentlemen, is where you are actually focusing on the content. All right. So here, this is where, for the new format, you all untung, okay, those candidates for CFR readiness, MUET, MOD, you all untung, because the new format for listening is where you can totally focus on your listening skills. All right. Okay. So number one, what do you have to do? Okay, what do you have to do to improve your listening skills? Okay, so here kalau spelling error macam mana tak kena risau dah, because here you just have to focus on how to listen better. Okay, number one, the best way, alright, to improve your listening is, number one, you have to focus on getting familiar with words satu. Okay, so if you are a person yang mungkin nampak band 3 itu is your target, okay, is a seolah-olah target yang jauh, band 3 ni, it's okay, you spend time, masih ada masa lagi untuk 10 April, ada masa lagi untuk lagi sessions yang selepas tu pun, lagilah ada masa, right? So spend time listening to the news in English, okay? Radio perhaps in English, or you can try to national news or international news, okay, in English. Okay, dengar sikit-sikit every day, you dengar sikit-sikit. Okay, try to understand the words that they are pronouncing, and then try to understand what they are saying. Okay, so number one, if band 3 tu adalah target you yang you rasa jauh, you kena biasakan dengan dengar perkataan-perkataan, nak kenal, familiar with words. Okay, kalau you rasa you seorang yang what do you call it, low proficiency, okay, penguasaan bahasa Inggeris yang rendah, okay, this is where you need to push yourself untuk mendengar things in English, okay. Lagu boleh juga, tapi lagu ni is not realistic lah, kan. Dalam exam memang tak ada lagu lah dipasang. Okay, untuk mengenal words boleh lah. Words lagu Inggeris sekarang ni memang susah nak jumpa yang maknanya, maksud tu okay, especially the ones from US lah apa semua, okay. Mainstream susah. So you try to you can watch movies, good movies, okay, to train your ears to be familiar with words. Okay, itu satu. Now, if you are someone yang, okay, tak apa, movie madam saya faham dah, saya biasa tengok dah Hollywood movie ataupun Disney ke apa kan. So sekarang ni you have to, number two, okay, tadi the first thing is familiar with words. Number two, now you have to, once you're familiar with words, now you try to get yourself to be able to understand main ideas, okay, specific details and also main ideas of a certain context. So kat sini you cuba dengar news in English, alright, and you try to understand the whole thing. Dalam news tu dia baca sekali je tau, okay, so you try to listen to it and you try to understand the whole idea, and then you try to tell yourself, okay, dia ni nak cakap pasal they want to talk about snow in Texas contohnya, where you listen to about the news about US, where all of a sudden there's snow in Texas. Okay, if you know Texas in the US, okay, it's a place where it's really hot, and suddenly about 2 weeks ago it snowed there, and this is something that is amazing because before this nothing has happened. This has not happened before, and suddenly there's heavy snow. Not only just snow, there's heavy snow. Okay, so that is the whole idea of one news excerpt. Okay, so that's what you can do, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Okay, so that's all for today. So that's my focus for today. Well, number one, why I'd like to tell you today that the listening test is something really, really good, is because you now can really focus on just your listening skills, mashallah. Okay, so you all untunglah rezeki you all lah yang mana dapat penuh format ni. Okay, alright. Okay, so ulang lagi sekali, how to improve your listening skills. Number one, listen for specific words, okay. Kalau dah okay tu, make sure yang tu okay dulu, and then next step, what you do is you try to listen for main ideas and specific details of apa yang you dengar. Alright, so all the best. If any questions, ada questions tak? Alright, so if there's any questions, please join my channel. Alright, inshallah next week I'll be conducting a listening class, okay, listening MUET listening test preparation for new format insyaAllah. Okay, so doakan madam ada kesempatan untuk conduct next week insyaAllah, especially focusing on the 10 April group. Okay, 10 April group, and of course helping preparing my Ketukians. There's about 300 already Ketukians in the group, so insyaAllah I'm hoping to see flying colors in the results for the Ketukians, and of course all over Malaysia. Alright, inshallah. Alright, so again, my mission is to help you all to reach your target for the MUET. Okay, where the first step is you really need to be familiar with the format. Okay, the familiar format, jalan, yang lain jalan. Okay, you drill yourself, you drill the drill, tapi after you dah sangat familiar dengan format. Okay, so madam bantu Ketukian si dengan drill and ketuk Ketukian supaya sikit be familiar with the test format, insyaAllah. Alright, okay, so all the best to everyone. Okay, so all the best and happy practicing. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Ciao.